onto your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, Entertain? So today I'm coming to you guys with another video. So in this video, we're talking the Lizzo lawsuit breakdown, okay? First, I wanted to just get into like a little mental health check. You already know how I've been to like the accident and everything like that. I'm so aggravated right now. Y'all have no clue. I'm telling you, this is why I put that poll up, because I feel like this year has been one of the most stressful, aggravating years. It's like something happened and then three things happen after that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then something else happened. I'm like, okay now, like what you want? Like, damn. I swear I can't catch a break this year. It's really irritating. And it's like I even considered like taking a break off of here just to, like get some stuff together. But it's like, why would I stop? Okay, why would I? You feel me? Like I'd rather continue on here and keep making y'all laugh. Even though I may be going through stuff, because it's like, why would I stop? You get what I'm saying? I want this to be like a safe space for you guys. So just please comment down below how this year has been for you guys, because it hasn't been treating the kid the nicest. No cap. Don't get me wrong. Great things have happened. Thank God I'm still alive. So I'm appreciative of that. But it's like the things that have gone wrong or have irritated me has been extreme. So please comment down below so I don't feel, alone in this year, this horrible year. I feel like I just feel like something's like in the air. Like it's just like it's different. It's different. Like everything's just so negative. Like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. The car first, they were saying, oh, it could be repairable. Now, after it said that, right? Next thing you know, the status disappeared. So I'm like, I'll call my attorney. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Like, I checked the State Farm, mind you. I'm like, I checked the State Farm thing. Hope y'all care about this. I'm not gonna go too long, y'all. So I'm like, check the State Farm thing. The status is gone or whatever. Is it total loss? Call the insurance company. They barely could give me an answer or whatever. So then they're like, they're gonna call Plantation Ford. Lady is low-key trying to take me off the phone. I'm like, oh my God. So then I call the car wreck place. I called a car wreck place that's fixing it through my insurance. And then after I call them, they're like, oh, your insurance is gonna have to contact us. So then I call my insurance company. So then I finally got somebody that could help me. And then they called the car wreck place, and then they're like, oh, they basically are processing it to be like a total loss. So I'm like, oh my God. Like I said, I do have an attorney on it. It just, I got on it quicker than he did, because I just was wondering, like, what happened? Why did the status disappear? Okay? Like, anyways, like I said, I just hope it all works out in, like, I swear. Oh my God, I'm so irritated right now. Anyway, okay, like I said, comment down below. How has this year, 2023, has been treating y'all? Because it hasn't been treating the best. Okay, one person that hasn't been treating the best, y'all, is the Lizzo. Okay, so Lizzo's finally dropped a statement, which I feel like she took a bit too long. I told y'all that yesterday. And she put this on social media. She said, these last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. Before I continue, not gonna lie, after these interviews started dropping and everything started to drop, I'm starting to side-eye this. And I low-key side-eye in the beginning. I low-key feel like they're trying to take this girl down. Sorry, it seems like a lot of these girls, and this is just my opinion, are disgruntled workers. It's giving that, because I've been a disgruntled worker. If you guys been following me from the jump, y'all know I had the whole old channel where I made that video after I quit. That's where a lot of you guys found me. Like, I had did a video. This was in my old channel when my channel got taken. And this was right after I left CVS. I was a manager, and I also worked in the pharmacy or whatever, right? When I tell you I quit, whatever, and I made a video like right after, I was going off. And video. I wish I saved it so I could do a re-upload. But that video got so much views because people were laughing. People that have worked there before, like, oh my God, this is so true. But looking back on it now, okay, there was some things working there I could have did a little bit differently and not let my emotions get the best of me. Okay, so you feel me? I was a disgruntled worker. Even though some of the stuff I still will stand on it, I still will stand on it to this day. But some things I could have did differently, right? So I was a disgruntled worker. So I recognize that when I see it. Okay. Lizzo says usually I choose not to respond to false allegations. Oh, bad. Okay, allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. And as an artist, I have been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously, but at the end of the day, I want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. Mind you, this lawsuit is not just for her, it's her team also. She's just, of course, the bigger name, so they're going to just pin it on her. Okay? So I take my music performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. So I'm not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I'm not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be these last days. I'm very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I'm not. There's nothing I take more serious than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know that what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate my employee because of their weight. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time. I will say though, her biggest mistake in all of this is being too friendly with her workers. I really feel like hopefully she used this as a learning lesson and does not continue to fraternize with her coworkers. Okay, these people you have employed and should not have taken out to clubs and search dungeons. Okay, you should not have been the cannibals in this situation. Okay, that's where I think Big O's biggest mistake is. Do I believe some of the things that they claim? Yes. Do I believe all of the girls? No. And there's one in particular I find very suspect. She's giving clout chaser. She's giving I want to check. Okay. They did a sit down press conference with their attorneys and they sort of addressed everything that was going on, you guys.
Or suggestions made by Lizzo, as you say, were they direct, where they said, I really want you to do it? Or was it more, I'm afraid if I don't, I might get fired?
Yeah, I think for both of us, there was like this always looming feeling of thinking that if you didn't do something or you didn't adhere to certain suggestions or demands that your job could be in jeopardy. I mean, there have been specific instances, for example, whenever we were in contact with our agents and we were trying to negotiate receiving a retainer while we were working with the team, things kind of started being more tense in the work environment, more hostile. So right off the bat, we kind of already felt like the energy was shifting. And after negotiations for retainers began, we got an email before one of the shows, basically from her, somebody from her management team, saying that the way that we had been acting was unprofessional and the attitudes that we were exhibiting on the job was unacceptable and that it could be grounds for termination. And that's just one specific instance that we went through in regards to working with the team.
There is so many instances where dancers who did, have fun with her and, go along with like what she was doing and, be down for anything that they were favored. They were hired for more shows. They were invited on, like private jets and to do cool things and, could hang out with her in like tropical settings like Hawaii and stuff like that. Some of our coworkers, it's just like there was no line between professionalism and personal.
And my whole thing with this whole situation and them coming out with it, why not come out about something like that then? Why take the time now afterwards, after you, the woman speaking right here on the very left? Now, this is the woman I side-eyed when I seen the video. Something just about her seemed like opportunistic and she just wanted a piece of the pie. It wasn't an issue when you guys were engaging in the inappropriate stuff. If she invites you guys out to that banana bar, okay, when she sticks the banana up the cooter, you could have told her no. I feel like some of these girls just want some money. I don't believe some of them. Some of them I do though, but this one in particular on the left, and y'all gonna see why. I'm not really believing her. Who I do believe is, let's say, the creative director, and also the creative director who came out. I just don't see a reason for her to lie about what she experienced. She probably didn't like some of the stuff that she was seeing, so I don't think she would just make up something like that just to hop on the train. And the creative director herself said that she resigned. It's not like she got let go from the job.
And so we had in our minds that if we weren't, down for anything, that we would then be ostracized later. It was this unspoken thing in the camp that if you weren't super fun, like if you like skipped out on all of the like outings and all that stuff, that you wouldn't be seen in good favor from Lizzo, and that you would then not be considered like one of the people that is like cool and down for anything, and then therefore not be booked for as many jobs.
You mentioned that there was some kind of a dispute over a retainer. When you parted company with Lizzo, when both of you parted company with Lizzo, was it just kind of happened? Were you terminated? Did you quit? How did the separation go?
Yeah, for me, my situation was a little bit different than Ari's. There was a meeting that Lizzo had. It was all of our meetings were pretty intense, but this one was a more intense meeting with her just emphasizing the fact that she wasn't pleased with our performing and that we still weren't dancing up to her standards. And basically this was after the intense re-audition that we went through after having hours of rehearsal, to which she then brought up the allegations of us drinking before shows. I raised my hand to speak. She allowed me to speak, and in that moment I let her know that
I had to speed it up for copyright purposes.
We never partook in those activities, and that we would never put ourselves, her, or the show, or our jobs in jeopardy. And days later, one of her tour managers terminated me in a hotel lobby.
What goes into my termination is that I had felt for a really long time that they were questioning my abilities due to weight gain. It was never explicitly said, hey, you're gaining weight, your job is in jeopardy. It was never that. It was very nuanced. It was very under the rug. And I think that language was used to keep from being canceled. Previously, she had said, she was worried about me at South by Southwest. And when I was at South by Southwest, that was the first time I had showed up to a Lizzo event or gig, noticeably having gained weight. There was nothing different about me. My performance skills were the same. My demeanor was the same. My energy was the same. The only thing that was different about me was my weight. And in this meeting, she stated as well that, dancers get fired for gaining weight. And then she kind of paused and looked at me, and I still don't know if she really meant to single me out in that moment. But when she looked at me and she said that, I was kind of like, so she's really concerned about my weight. And then, when we had that private meeting, when I was kind of cornered, they kind of wouldn't let me, get away with not telling them something personal. So, and a reason why something was wrong with me. So I ended up telling them that I struggle with, anxiety and depression, and that I'm in recovery from an eating disorder. And as soon as I said eating disorder, they immediately were like, oh, like, in their head, it was making sense as to why I was gaining weight, because it had something to do with an eating disorder problem.
Are you sick of having?
Okay, so that was the press conference from her. So after this was dropped, the internet does its job. One of the dancers that came out, that lady in the green, told me, basically the internet kind of scrunched up her auditioning for Welcome to the Big Girl season 2. Now she did season 1. And the internet found her season 2 audition where she kind of wanted to come again on the season because she wanted to show the fact that she was a singer. This is the problem with people and taking, certain jobs that they may not want 100%. It seems like Sister Girl right here, you wanted to be the star. Okay, you wanted to be Lizzo, because in this audition tape, she basically says she wants to come back for the season because she wants to show the audience that she can sing. That's why you have to sort of watch out who you work with, because people will have underlying intentions, not even the fact that people you work with, people that you even, communicate with, because they might just want to be talking to you because they want to do the same thing for you. I've experienced the same thing as you. I've experienced that like numerous times already, and it's irritating as the okay. I'm telling you, they want to because they want to learn what you're doing and they want to do it too. Half of the time they don't know what they're doing. Okay, so check out this audition tape for Welcome to the Big Girl Season 2. This was the girl that was on the left with the green that I showed you guys earlier. Okay. And her name is, I think it's Ariana Davis. Yes.
Hi, what's up? It's Ariana Davis from season 1 of Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big.
Mind you, this audition was submitted after she claims everything was going on. Okay?
Girls. I know you're probably thinking, why is she here? What is she doing auditioning for season 2? The short answer is I'm a singer. And I just want to share that part of me with y'all. I know I've been on tour. I've been working with Lizzo for some months, maybe close to a year now. And it's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey. And she's probably going to be like, girl, what are you doing? But anyway, I figured I might as well shoot my shot. I mean, I don't think she knows that I can sing. And the biggest thing about me is that I always say this, but dance is my first love and music is my passion.
Ooh.
And if I was to be chosen for...
That girl said passion. What Drake said?
The cast of season 2 of Watch Out for the Big Girls, Hi, what's up? It's Ariana Davis from season 1 of Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big.
And if you guys don't know, Welcome to the Big Girls only had one original season. It did not get a second season yet. I'm guessing they were in the process of doing a second season, but they do not have a second season. So assuming that there was going to be a second season, she put out an audition for it in order to come back and display that she was, in fact, a singer. Her name is Ariana Davis, okay?
I don't know. I just think that it would mean the world to me to share my voice. I think my voice has gone quiet for too long. And I think that I have a story that people need to hear because I think they can relate to it. And I think it can help change lives and, do what Lizzo's doing. I look up to her so much and I just want to follow in her footsteps and not only be an amazing dancer, but be an amazing singer and storyteller. I love to write music. I love to sing. And I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself. Yeah.
And this was her in a press conference on the left on the green with the lime green shirt. Even the girl with the braids looked like she not really believing what she got to say, child. She like, girl, you mother lying. You just want the money. Okay. This is why I feel like bigger celebrities, they have to watch out who they work with. Those underlying intentions will be the killer of some of their careers. I really feel like Lizzo is guilty of half of what she's accused of. And the half that she's accused of that I think she's guilty of is the sexualization of her workers. I think that she got a little bit too comfortable, okay? She got a little bit too comfortable and was a little bit too much kikiing and thought that these were like her homegirls. Another situation where I kind of side-eye Lizzo is the whole dancer that came out. She basically claims that Lizzo tried to fight her and put the paws on her, okay? And Amazon isn't the most forgiving. So I doubt that they're gonna greenlight the season 2 because of everything that's going on with Lizzo. So whoever auditioned for season 2, they might not have the best of luck.
I feel disrespected, and I have never experienced such treatment in the 7 years that I've been doing this. And she then proceeded to prove all of those things right by balling up her fist and saying, "You're so effing lucky. You're so effing lucky," basically alluding to hitting me, that she's not going to hit me, as she's inching towards me. And then one of our fellow dance mates and her best friend comes and pulls her back from assaulting me.
Lizzo's persona is one thing, but that after listening to these three brave ladies, that the reality is different.
It's hard to love yourself in a world that doesn't love you back. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to do it so boldly.
Feel unsafe. I feel disrespected. And I have never experienced such treatment in the 7 years that I've been doing this. And she then proceeded to prove all of those.
All right. So that was one of the accusations that I made. You guys, I have the full lawsuit on documentation. Okay. So we'll be able to read through in depth because I want to read everything that the lawsuit states because it's more than what's being put out on these blogs. Okay. So I want to do my due diligence with that. Now, who I really do side eye, and this is what makes Lizzo looks the worst, is this girl right here. Her name is Charlene Quigley. Now, this girl, she gives me narc vibes off the rip. I mean, oh my God. Listen, y'all know I believe in the Lord. Okay, my faith is strong. Okay, or else I would have hopped on YouTube so quickly after that accident. But there's types of people that I hate that use God in a situation that's negative, and they sort of gaslight us with religion and kind of push that on us to distract us from what they've done. And I hate when people do that because it makes people that believe in God look crazy. Okay? Now, the captain released this video where she just goes on a tangent, praising the Lord, never even addresses directly like the accusations that are being made, which I think she should have done instead of doing this, because I think this video made the situation worse. Now, this dance captain is also is being accused of mistreating some of the dancers as well. So her putting this video out there, I feel like helped nothing.
Hey everybody, I just want to get on here really quick and say God is so, so good. God loves you so, 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 so much. No matter what you're going through, even if you don't love him, he loves you. Glory to God. I just want to remind you that he is love. He is truth. He is the light. He is the first and the last. And all things work together for those that are called according to his purpose. And I just feel so blessed. I feel so thankful. I feel so full of joy. I had such an amazing time on tour with amazing people. And I'm so excited to be home, resting with my family and my dog after an amazing experience. And yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone that God loves you and I love you and glory to God. And I hope you're smiling and you feel joy no matter where you're at or what you're going through. Because, hey, everybody.
Okay, so this video was horrible. Like, why would you do that? Although I agree with what she says, and they are facts, but we didn't ask that from you. I just don't think that was smart of her. I do see her allegedly doing some of those things that Lizzo's being accused of. Okay, so let's get to the lawsuit and the documents. Okay, so it's Davis, Williams Rodriguez versus Lizzo. Okay, let's start from the very beginning. Crystal Williams as an individual, Ariana Davis as an individual, Noel Rodriguez as an individual, plaintiffs versus Big Girl, Big Touring Inc. Okay, big energy. Melissa Jefferson, aka Lizzo, as an individual, Charlene Quigley as an individual, which is the lady I just showed you guys, 1 through 10 inclusive. Defendants. Okay. Complaint for damages: hostile work environment, sexual harassment, failure to prevent and or remedy hostile work environment, sexual harassment, FEH religious harassment, FEHA failure to prevent or remedy religious harassment, FEHA racial harassment, FEHA, disability discrimination, intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. Comes now the plaintiffs, Crystal Williams, who hereby respectfully allege, aver, and complain as follows. Plaintiffs allege that the California statutory, decisional, and regulatory laws prohibit the conduct by defendants herein alleged, and therefore plaintiffs have an entitlement to monetary relief on the basis that defendants violated such statutes, decisional law, and regulations. For the girls that don't know what that means, basically they want the money for what they've been through. The ghetto translation, okay? If y'all need to be there, write it down, okay? Defendant BGBT is in all times herein mentioned has been a Delaware corporation with the capacity to sue and be sued and doing business with the principal place of business located at 1013 Center Road, Suites 403s, Wilmington, Delaware, 19805. Okay, let's get to the good part. So in March 2021, Ms. Davis and Mrs. Davis and Ms. Williams were introduced to Lizzo and were contestants on Lizzo's television reality show, Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls, as you guys can see on the screen. This was on streaming platforms. Amazon Prime. During this show, contestants competed for the opportunity to join Lizzo's team as her big girl dancers. In May 2021, Ms. Davis was required by Lizzo to submit a psychological examination to make sure she was psychologically healthy enough to endure the strain of the television show. So a lot of reality shows end up doing this before you get on the show. I don't feel like certain streaming platform reality shows do this. Yeah, I'm gonna call y'all out, Zeus. Now that's TV, allegedly. I don't think they do certain things like this. I'm just saying, okay, because I don't think we would get Cash casted. I don't think we would get Raz-B casted. Y'all get what I'm saying? For the girls that watch the ratchet reality television, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But of course, like a bigger streaming platform, like a Amazon Prime Video, they're going to make sure they do certain things like that. And of course, cable television, reality television shows, they make you go to a psychological evaluation before you end up on the show. Big Brothers does this as well. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Big Brother. Shout out to the premiere last night. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Team Sari, yeah. All right, so they do a big evaluation with that, and theirs is a lot more rigorous, like to the point where I think it's like pages and pages and pages and pages long, and you might maybe able to take like a day for you to end up completing it. Okay. They say May 2021, Miss Rogers was hired by Lizzo, and she literally brought to perform in Lizzo's Rumors video, but she remained with Lizzo and BGBT as a part of the performance group, supporting Lizzo in her live concerts as well. While working on the Rumors video, Miss Rodriguez was approached with another job opportunity, which we all heard of on the blogs. I'm trying to get to the parts where the stuff that we didn't get to on the blogs. As one of the competitors in Welcome to the Big Girls, contestants were told they would be required to participate. Now, this we haven't heard, in a nude photo shoot. While contestants were not bothered by this, the prospect of a new photo shoot made other contestants severely uncomfortable. Ms. Davis was particularly distressed by this challenge. She was entirely uncomfortable being photographed nude for anyone without access to Amazon Prime Video to see. As this challenge was a part of the competition, Ms. Davis believed poor performance or outright refusal would have resulted in Ms. Davis being sent home from the show and no longer being considered for a spot on the dance team. While Ms. Davis did not want to be photographed nude, she also dreaded the thought of not earning a spot on performing with Lizzo. This dilemma caused Ms. Davis' anxiety to flare, resulting in extreme distress. Ms. Davis broke down in tears on set while struggling to choose between a once-in-a-lifetime career opportunity and putting her body on full display against her will. It's giving America's Next Top Model. You guys remember the iconic nude photo shoot that they did where I believe her name was Shannon, if I'm not mistaken, right? Shannon, America's Next Top Model. Shannon Stewart, I think that was her name. Yeah, I know I watch your other television show. I'll be knowing it all. Okay, let me look at you. Yes, I'm correct. Yes, Shannon. Okay, Shannon was going to do the new photo shoot, but it was against, she felt like it was against her religion and she didn't do the new photo shoot. So she was put in a similar situation like this. Watch out for Big Girls Rap filming or late about September 2021. Ms. Davis and Ms. Williams were both selected to be a part of the dance cast accompanying Lizzo on tour. Ms. Williams, Ms. Davis, and Ms. Rodriguez all performed with Lizzo at her festival appearances from September 2021 through April 2022. And or about April 2022, plaintiffs began rehearsing in preparation for Lizzo's tour. During this time, plaintiffs worked closely with Ms. Quigley, which is the choreographer, as she was the captain of the dance cast. Ms. Quigley continued to preach at everyone in her surroundings, especially about her beliefs regarding Christianity and sexuality. Now, this is why I feel like the video that she put on Instagram didn't really help, because you putting that out there isn't the best. And also, you're working with someone who has been openly admitting to being bi. So you saying this to the to the dancers is low-key hypocritical, because you're literally working with someone who kind of goes against your beliefs. That's where the issue lies, and that's why I feel like she should put out that video. You know, I helped Lizzo, girl. If I was Lizzo, I would give you a call, bitch. Take that video down. And she did take it down. It's no longer up. Okay? Because I think she probably got a whole lot of hate, and they probably reported that post. Ms. Quigley also had a party trick in which she would simulate oral sex on a banana in front of the rest of the dance cast. These instances were always unprompted and made plaintiffs uncomfortable. Similar to Quigley's constant sexual inappropriate comments, Ms. Quigley's mistering to plaintiffs was unceasing. Ms. Quigley continued to keep tabs on Ms. Davis's virginity. So Ms. Davis, listed on the lawsuit, was, of course, a virgin, and as y'all saw on the blogs, apparently they kind of poked and made fun of her for that. This is what I mean, where it looks like Lizzo got a little bit more comfortable than she should have, okay? Now, this is only part one of the whole Lizzo breakdown. Stay tuned for part two. Let me know what you guys think down below about this whole lawsuit so far. Leave your comments down below, and we out, babies.
Ain't no personal thing.